Yeah, great.
Whoa, this ain't going.
See down the side. And
But I appreciate everybody on the chat tonight for your comments. Well, hello, Beekeeper Nation. Welcome to the Bee Connection. Glad to have everybody with us tonight. It's here, and I'm sure we'll have more to come on as we go. Been a very busy week for us. Thank goodness this is the last week of Amber Sports until the spring. So I'm looking forward to that. And beekeeping wise, did get into the bees, fed some colonies, and I think I'm still going to do a few combines. I'm just not happy with a couple of colonies. Probably squish me a couple of queens. I hate to do that this time of year, but I do want to make sure they make it through really well. So we will also be moving our bee trailer down towards Keith's area, hopefully this next weekend or the weekend after. So looking forward to doing that, seeing how the bees will overwinter down there versus up here. So I'm really excited to see how that goes off for us. Now, it has been cold yesterday, and it has been cold today. It is so cold. I just told Keith Spillman that I am building the first fire in the house for tonight. My wife will be ecstatic about it. She loves the fire in the house. It gets really warm. Me, not so much. I like it cold. So I'm a little bit more like the bees. I think I can, regulate my temperature pretty good. But the wife just gets cold, and Amber's pretty cold right now. So you are cold, right? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm talking about her, and she's yelling at me. So typical teenager there, folks. And but anyway, my bees are doing great, and I'm tickled with where they're at right now. Looks like the sugar water that I've put on them, they've built up pretty good, and I feel like I'm going to be doing good through winter. Going to do some sugar shims, and I'll be ready to roll. So, how about you, Keith? How's your bees doing? How's the temperatures rolling where you're at?
Yeah, it's similar to what you got going on. Tonight's probably our coldest night of the year thus far, or the coldest night of this season. It's supposed to be down in the low 40s. So instead of building a fire, I just flipped the little switch on the heat pump from cool to heat. So not quite as fun as what you did. So, yeah, it'll probably be running before morning because it's it's not supposed to get out of the 60s for the next 2 or 3 days. So yeah, but it's beautiful outside. It was beautiful today. I mean, a little coolness in the air. I love this time of the year as far as the temperatures during the day. Sunshine. Bees are doing good. They're still busy. Goldenrod is peaked. It's on the downward decline a bit now. Asters are still looking pretty good, but bees are still fairly busy. So they're bringing in the good stuff. I finished going through all my hives last weekend, and they all look good. I did. I'm getting old. You gotta be careful when you get old. You forget stuff. I was looking back through my notes from last year, and I suddenly remembered that I had actually done another round of OA this time of year last year. So, I've said it several times. I always like to keep doing the same thing I've been doing if it works good for me. So I went ahead and started another round of OA on the ladies, and dropped a few mites. So second round will
Okay.
be in the morning. So, but yeah, it worked out good last year, so I'll do the same thing this year. But yeah, I plumb forgot about it. After the chat last week, you bailed out to eat some pizza and left me and Charlie in here yakking backstage.
Uh-huh.
And he said something that kind of triggered my memory. I was like, "Did I do another treatment?" And I look back, and yeah, sure enough, I had. So thanks, Charlie, if you're out there anywhere, for reminding me. But no, everything's looking good. Been through all the people's hives that I help. A couple of them went through them on their own this year, which is great. So everything's looking good. About the middle of next month, we'll be putting the shims and the fondant and insulated covers and putting them to bed. So best we
Right.
can around here. They'll fly all winter, but I'll call it putting them to bed for winter.
Yeah. Well,
I
I
didn't.
understand. Go
Sorry.
ahead, Melissa. Go
I'm
ahead.
just going to tell God I'm not responsible for the honey show at the MSBA conference. So sorry. You'll have to save that entry for Nabi and for the EMBA workshop.
Oops.
But good practice. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Ricky, when you were.
No. What's going on in your bee
Yeah.
yard?
Yeah, let us know what's going on.
I am the wannabe keeper this year. I have barely been in the bees this year, and Tom will tease me. He's like, "Are you even a beekeeper anymore?" I'm like, "Thomas Allen." So I just have been living vicariously through Tom this year with the bees. I know he just got done doing a third feeding, and this third feeding he did 1 3/4 to 1 sugar to water, so a little bit heavier on the sugar side. And I think that's our third feeding that he's done to all the colonies this year. And he said they all look like they weigh pretty good. They're still bringing in pollen. I haven't noticed, he hasn't noticed them bringing in any nectar or anything like that. And really, there's not really anything. There's asters around, and I think that's about it. There's not really anything for them to forage around here right now anymore. But yeah, we've just been doing that. We did have some markets this weekend. Next weekend is Missouri State's workshop, so we'll be there speaking, and I'll be working on the honey show there. Stewarding. Oh no. Stewarding. That and just prepping for some Halloween markets next week also during the week. So we'll be busy here coming up just market wise. It's kind of the start of the holiday market season, I guess you could say.
So how much honey do you have left over, Melissa? Because I think me and Keith are probably pretty much out of honey. So
For what you harvested this year, you're out?
I am. Are you, Keith?
Yeah, I ran out back in August. I was holding some buckets for a fella that bought about 40 gallons. I was able to cut a deal with him to get back a couple of them, so because I had so many people asking for honey. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I sold out back in August.
Oh, we've still got like 355 gallon like drums.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, we won't run out of honey.
Yeah. But your market don't start up till late in the year. I mean, my first market started in May.
Yeah.
So. No, our markets start in April and May.
Oh, okay.
We only do them like every other week. So we're not there every single weekend, but we do a lot, porch pickup kind of in between. We just don't want to tie up every single weekend with markets. So we don't mind carrying over honey either, that way we've always got it. We're not running out. We just got our honey into 2 more little kind of boutique stores. So we'll see how that goes. So we've got our honey in 1, 2, 3, 4 locations now, and that's fine because
That's
having
great.
your honey in locations is a whole other job in itself because you have to constantly be in contact with those stores, restocking things. Some of them are kind of consignment type stores. So like if things crystallize, you have to go get them and bring them home and swap them out and uncrystallize. And that can be work in itself. Wow, Dad, good job.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we've got, we do these little markets, but they're not every single weekend. Ours are more like every other weekend. And sometimes we'll double up, like we'll have 2 markets in one day or something like that. But yeah, we do quite a bit of people just coming to our house and picking up too. So that just works out well for us. I know right before we got on, Tom and I were downstairs kind of bottling some stuff for the market this weekend, and I had made a batch of creamed honey about, I don't know, a month and a half ago, and I haven't had time to go downstairs and jar it. It's just been stayed in the creamer and mixing. So I went downstairs and jarred 7 or 8 cases. There's 12 jars in a case, I think. So cases of creamed honey, and I ran out of jars, so I've got to order some more jars so I can finish jarring the rest of it. But that went pretty quick with that, because we've got that speed fill hooked up to the creamer, so that makes that job pretty quick. But we've just been busy doing that, trying to stay ahead of our markets, and had a couple of speaking engagements come up that we are doing that. We actually went last night to a club meeting at Jefferson County Beekeepers Association because Matt Ramsbottom with Sandy Valley, he was speaking there.
Oh, wow.
So Tom wanted to go there and see him talk. That was his first like bee club talk. He's done like other little talks before, but that was like his first official bee club talk. He did pretty good. It was good. It was about how he scaled up so quickly. So it was good. Him and Alicia did a good job. So
Yes, they
that
did.
was fun. That was fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Matt, he's been beekeeper like 3 years, and he's big time already. Is that right?
Yeah, he just he dove in head first, like literally, like he basically went from like 6 hives to 100 and
Wow.
100 and something this year over the course of like, I don't know, 2.5, maybe 3 years. But yeah, he dove in hard. So hopefully he can keep that momentum and keep growing. Tom's up at the shop, I guess, listening, following, because I didn't type that about myself. I mean,
I don't know. I was getting ready to wonder. So,
oh, that's funny.
oh wow, look at that. Clay's
Wow,
banging some on it. Gosh, yeah, Keithy,
that's a
you
good
see
market,
that?
Clay. That's a good one.
$1,200. Yeah. I'm gonna go to the market with Clay and check
No
his
doubt.
spot out. He's got a hot spot.
Yeah.
So Jace, how's your bees doing?
They're doing pretty good. They are bringing in a whole lot of pollen right now, so I'm assuming from the goldenrod, but I'm sure there's other flowers they're getting it from. But they're bringing in a lot of pollen, so that's good.
So you had a little bit of a visitor, did you not?
I did. His name is Keith Spillman.
So how was that
we
But
interaction?
he
made
came
the track
and
down
he brought
Sunday.
he came and he brought honey super and some other little goodies for winter, and I think it's really gonna help because the queen was starting to run out of places to lay eggs because they were filling it up with too much honey. So he brought me a super so she could have a little bit more room to lay, and yeah, and a little bit more food too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we had 6 full food frames and 4 drone combs. Put the 4 in the middle. I think I put one honey right in the very middle. But so yeah, that'll give them some more options. They can fill it up or lay some more eggs or have plenty to eat or whatever they want to do. So, but the bees look strong when we popped the top off. Still a good looking cluster of bees in there. They were busy. So yeah, I think we got a good chance of getting them through the winter.
So what's your odds on them making it through, Keith? Where they're at right now?
As long as nothing crazy weather-wise happens, which last year we had that spell where it got below freezing for about a week, which was unusual for us. I'd say he's got a good 80% chance.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Jace, don't think that if your bees don't make it, you did anything wrong. It's just it's just part of nature. Sometimes they just don't make it. So
yeah, I'm worried more about bear. He's got some bear that are cruising around really close to his hive.
Oh wow.
Yeah. No, I don't have any. I don't have any odds on bears. The odds are if the bear gets in him, he's going to tear something up 100%.
Oh, I bet.
So yeah, hopefully we don't have to deal with that.
So, Jace, how many inspections have you got to do on that colony since we installed them down there where you were at?
Oh, I don't know. Let's see. Probably, I think I've done maybe three or four, maybe. I'm not 100% sure, but somewhere around there. I didn't keep track, but I probably should have.
That he wanted to do, or more than he's telling us, one or the other.
I mean, I can hear it.
They're addictive little critters.
They are absolutely addictive. Yeah.
We had a great trip. Got to meet his mom and dad, sisters. I guess that was a grandmother that was there.
It might have been.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember who was there.
There was.
I don't know.
Lots of folks there. So we had fun. Easy trip, Ricky. We took that toll road both directions. No traffic.
Oh man, I wish I'd known about that. That was awesome coming back.
Yeah. It's like a deserted highway. It's weird. So that was easy trip.
Yeah. Oh, Melissa, you can stop talking so much, behind Tom's back,
I heard it all.
So we're not going to talk about dinner this week, Paul.
Uh-oh.
No, so I was subbing at the preschool I used to work at all this week, and then we had a meeting Monday. We went to a meeting yesterday, so there's not been any cooking this week. It's been a fend for yourself week, so
no wonder why Tom's so skinny.
I know. Yeah. So tonight it's going to be. So let me tell you this. Yesterday, so I've been subbing this week, and I had to be there at 7, so I leave the house at like 6:45ish. And yesterday, as soon as I get home, we had to leave to go to Matt's thing. So anyway, where Matt was, it's like 45 minutes from our house, about a half hour, 45 minutes at least.
Yeah, 45.
So there was no time to eat from the time that I and we didn't get out of this meeting until 9. And then by the time we found somewhere to eat, it was like 9:30, 9:45. I was starving. We were all starving. So we sit down. It was us and then Matt and oh my gosh, I almost called her Sandy. Alicia. We sit down to eat. Tom and I both ordered separate pizzas. We ordered a salad. We ordered like these potato skin things. Matt ordered a sandwich. Alicia ordered a calzone. They ordered wings. They ordered a salad. Like there was so much.
That's a lot of food
on this table, and the waitress is like taking our order, and she's looking at us like we're. Then there's nobody else in this restaurant because it's 9:30 at night, and this meet. It's like kind of a rural area, so it's kind of like the middle of nowhere, kind of. And she's just looking at us like knowing there's no way we're eating all this food. And she just keeps bringing food out to us. And there's nowhere for it to all fit on the table. there was so much food on the table for me to eat my salad. I like had to hold the bowl in my hand and and eat because there was no room on the table. So tonight for dinner, we will be eating leftovers from the restaurant last night.
Hold on now. Wait a minute. No. That can't be because let me go back and I'm going to check that menu that Melissa posted.
I just said we're not talking about that.
See here. Let's pull that menu up and let's see.
What's on the menu? Let's see.
Holy cow, God, I can't read that. What's today?
Today's Thursday. Right here. Move over. Sloppy Joe. So see you prefer.
I prefer food over no food.
So yeah, I didn't cook last night. I didn't cook the night before. I'm not cooking tonight.
Bruce says you're making her hungry.
I mean, I'll eat sloppy joes. That's fine with me.
Well, there's ground beef in the fridge. The Sloppy Joe can is down in the basement. Go get it.
Well, I know there's more than that because I just hauled 50 pounds of ground chuck downstairs.
I meant unfrozen. There's an unfrozen one in the fridge.
And some jalapeno brats I put down there too.
Those are my favorite. I love jalapeno brats.
They're pretty good.
Anyway, so what did you do with the bees this week? Because I wasn't really sure because I haven't been home. You fed them. I know that.
Well, I didn't.
I thought at the beginning.
She said she knows that. She doesn't know that because I didn't feed them.
Oh, that was last week.
Yeah, I fed them last week. This week, all I've done inside the
The betterment of the family.
Yeah.
I think you should cook dinner.
and the betterment of the family was me going out and earning a living. I sold some queens. I had to go in. The only thing I've done in the bees actually is besides make I cut a bunch of materials.
Oh yeah,
I cut a bunch of materials. I've got a whole bunch of I cut 25. That's what I had material for. I had several sheets of HDO, and I cut some of it last week and got done what I could and assembled some lids. So I don't know, might have assembled, 30-ish, 30 something migratory lids out of HDO that I come up with, and we built a rim into them. And then I cut some material to do another 24 or 25 double screen boards, which I need to do 700 total. And then let's see, I cut some more material to do feeder boxes for the top feeders, for the main lake top feeders. So I got all that done. We got some assembled. I was going to try to get the rest of it assembled tomorrow. That's my goal after I get the guys going on some work. So that's
Well, it sounds like Tom's busy as a little bee, so.
That's right.
I'd say.
So after you get those little projects done, Tom, are you pretty much done for the winter? I mean, you've got everything buttoned up, or?
No, I need to get some more feeding done. Probably spot feeding is what it's going to boil down to. A bunch of colonies are actually looking pretty good, but I've got some spot feeding to do at some colonies. The only problem is the tank setup that I've got mounted to a skid and all that good jazz. And I need my skid steer to get it put on and get the stuff loaded up and all. And unfortunately, my skid steer needs to go into the shop, so I'm having a problem with it right now. So gonna have to work around that, I guess. So I'm not gonna plan on feeding and doing anything this week, but I need to get that machine up to the Bobcat tomorrow so they can hopefully get that thing looked at here pretty soon. So I need to get that done, but I don't know. I may go over and steal a machine from a buddy of mine so I can utilize that. But so the HDO, I was getting it. So my brother-in-law is a developer here in St. Louis, and actually he does a lot with oh, doggone it, I forget the company. It's a huge lumber company around the nation. I can't remember now off the top of my head what it is, but anyway, nonetheless, I want to say Kelly Building Products, but it's not. I don't think that's it. But anyway, he actually sourced them for me. There's a place, I guess, in St. Louis that has them, and so he got. I don't know. This was probably a few months back, 3 and a half months ago. We brought in a small bunk of it, and Matt Ramsbottom took some, and I kept some myself. So, but I'm out, so I'm gonna have to go get some more. No, it's not Whitecap. I I should remember, but
is it in a text feed with you and him?
it might be. Here, let me look it up, and I'll tell you. Oh my gosh, why is it not popping that up?
So while he's been working on that, I've been working on the EMBA workshop stuff. And tomorrow I have to go to elementary school and do all day presentations. They stick us in a room. It's like Missouri Heritage Day or something like that. They do it every year. So they put each speaker in a room, and then the kids, like, that's all they do all day is they rotate through all these different speakers all day long. So I'll do like a 20 or 25-minute presentation to each class all day, and then they do like a little potluck dinner for all the potluck lunch for all the speakers. It's a good time. The kids really enjoy it. It always cracks me up though, because I've been doing it now for, I think this will be my 5th year. So a lot of the kids have seen my presentation before, and I always give them honey sticks at the end, or I give them to their teacher, and then the teacher can hand them out. As soon as they walk into my room, the first question is, "Did you bring the honey? Did you bring the honey?" Like they don't care. Did I bring their honey sticks?
So Jeremy asked, it's Great Central. It's Great Central Company. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're nationwide. But anyway, that's where I got it. So these are actually 3/4-inch 4x8 sheets of HDO, and it's a fir, made from fir. So it's not, there's a lesser quality wood that they're using on the plies inside of some of those HDO plywood. So you have to be cautious about that too. So I was told. So anyway, that's what I was using. It's not cheap. It's well over $100 a sheet. So, but the idea is buy once, cry once, right? You put the in the front, and I have them for. Honestly, I'd like to be able to see these lids stick around for 30 years, So that'd make me almost 80 years old.
How old are you now? Goodness gracious.
Just turned 35.
Okay. That math ain't mathin'.
I'm a math scholar.
Yeah. So it looks like Mike's saying the Knobby vendors got their stuff out on the. Do they have it actually out, or has he just got the app?
He got a link to set his stuff up, so I guess you can.
Hey, Michael,
I think it's one more week before that actually comes out. Is that not correct? The vendors list.
I think you're right.
So how are we looking on the dinner, Melissa? We still right around 50? Has that moved much?
We are, yeah, let me bring it up.
We're 265.
Woo!
We're over capacity. No.
Over capacity.
Hold on. I think that we were just under 60 is where we were.
Okay. I still got to do my people in there, so I haven't done that yet. So
I just looked over at the website. We're down to 90 days now.
I know, that's
90
crazy.
days.
90 days, 16 hours.
Wow.
Keith, that's going to be here before you know it, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You got Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and then Knobby. I mean, wow.
Oh, yeah.
64. We're up to 64.
64.
So we're almost halfway. We're almost halfway sold out. I mean, if you think about it, I mean, that's 64 is more than we had last year.
Mm-hmm.
And we didn't sell ticket or have tickets available until like a month and a half before the event. So yeah, if you haven't reserved your Knobby No Life Be Life dinner ticket, like do that soon, because I don't want anybody to be left out that wants to go. And we've only really advertised it on these lives and then on the No Life Facebook page.
Right.
But if other people start sharing it, if Chris starts sharing it like he offered to, I feel like it's going to fill up quick. And so we've kind of been holding back and asking him to share it on anything because we want the people who are in our talks and chats and whatnot to get tickets first. So
Yeah.
if you haven't got a ticket yet, get your ticket. They're free.
Free, no cost. Just come and be with us.
Ricky, we're talking to you.
Oh,
Get your
yeah.
tickets.
I'll put my wife on that because she's the one who takes care of all that stuff for me. So
There you go.
yeah.
Don't
But they'll
procrastinate. We don't,
be,
Ricky. We don't have to boot you out of your own place. Okay.
yeah.
They're like,
Okay.
sir, we cannot allow you to come in. We're at capacity. Stand outside and wait for somebody to leave. Like at the clubs, one in, one out kind of deal.
Yeah. I'll probably be a bum out there just holding a little cup up, So yeah.
What if you just leave the door open so you can see inside? How about that? Would that work for you?
That'll be fine. I can handle that.
Just kidding.
As long as I get to see the great JW, I'll be all right. So
Yeah, he'll be dancing and singing, so we're gonna get that going.
yeah, Philip's all over that. Look, he's charging $20.
Philip's got a side hustle going.
Yep. I knew something was going to go on with JW.
Here. Let me find it.
Everybody's seen it, I think.
Here it is. If anybody hasn't seen it.
I'll go ahead and pop it on there. There you go.
There's the
You can scan the top right QR code.
scan the QR code. Come to the dinner. It's going to be a good time. Alicia was offering to bring a karaoke machine.
She was.
I'm going to talk Ruth into bringing some guacamole. So
There you go.
Hey, Philip, any chance I can get a seat at that table?
For $20.
For $20.
Oh,
Wonder if I could talk my way onto that table. Do you think I have a chance? Probably not. Philip's wise to my shenanigans, so he may not let me in there at all.
there we go. Oh, goodness.
Oh, golly, Dave.
You got skinny.
What's on here?
Whoa.
Hello.
Golly days. I'm with all these buttons.
Oh, my goodness.
Golly.
What?
I think this is
I
Ricky.
don't know what I have done here.
Guys, this is Ricky Rourke. This is his first day at school. Can we all say hello to Ricky? Pass this guy on top of me. Pass him up this way.
Oh, Joey's suggesting that Philip charge you 50.
Hey, Joey, you're supposed to be my friend. Now you just gave him an idea. Oh, boy. Look at world.
I don't know how I did that.
Is there not? I thought there was a layout button on the bottom.
Yeah, there's a layout button on the bottom.
There is, but
There's
it's
several
not.
different ones.
That's all
There
of
we
them.
go.
Oh, there we
There
go.
we go.
There
Now
you
don't
go.
touch anything.
I ain't touching nothing else. They'll start
Get
calling
your
me
hands
buttons. They'll start calling me buttons.
Oh, DC, we do not claim Ricky. He just showed up one day.
I'll claim him. He's my pal.
How's your fire doing, Ricky? Is your fire going okay?
It went out. I had it going to start, but now it's gone out. So I'll get it.
Like
I'll get it fired up here in just a little
where
bit.
they
so.
are right now. They're turning their heaters on.
Hey, look, here's the deal. The easiest way to get that fire started, just throw a 5-gallon can of gasoline inside that stove, okay? And then hit the match. She'll go.
Oh, my
Did
word.
you hear that, Amber?
Oh, no.
I'm sitting
Hey,
to get a 5-gallon bucket of
no,
gasoline.
not Amber. Amber, do not do that. Make your father do it.
Oh, we're going to take a field trip.
Uh-oh. Field trip.
She's like, nope.
Hey, Amber, how's that pup doing?
Oh, she feels great.
Looks like he's a lap dog.
Mm-hmm.
She just uses it as a heater. It's all her and my wife uses her for.
Oh, hey, forgot to tell Amber congratulations on her on the golf. Looking at the fourth place.
She said, thank you very much. She actually, out of 4 teams, she come in 4th place overall.
Okay.
So,
Awesome.
And she's playing with boys also. So it's just Was there 2 girls there? Is that right? There's 3 girls there that day, and she took top 4. So I'm really proud of her. So
yeah. Well, I seen it look like the team that you had posted pictures with. It looked like it was nothing but boys there. I mean, maybe I missed a couple girls in that picture, or they weren't even in there at all. I'm not sure, but bunch of boys in there. So, hey, Amber, is your drive further than those boys' drive is?
No. Wait.
No?
she's not going.
That's okay. Every time I try to kill a golf ball and hit a really strong, solid drive, shank it every time. But when I swing like I don't care, straight down the line.
That's the way it goes.
I guess I probably opened that club face up a little bit too much, but I haven't tried to practice golf in a long time. So
yeah, that was going to be my question. When's the last time you hit a golf ball besides putt?
Well, if I can't get her completely into beekeeping, maybe the golf might be another avenue for her. So she's an 8th grader. She's shooting. If anybody knows anything about golf, she's shooting high 40s right now. So to get into some colleges, middle 40s will get you into about any college you want to go to for a girl.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's awesome at her age doing this well. So
good.
But I would like her to get into the beekeeping. That would be my dream come true. But so far, we haven't got there completely yet.
Yeah. DC saying didn't have any sound. Is everyone else hearing this okay?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I hear you guys fine. DC just said no sound. Is it me? DC must be you. Nobody else is.
There you go, Dad.
Hey, we can make that happen. We can get that putting green put in.
Yeah.
What you need is you need a 2 or a full 4-hole putting green with some little hazards in it and stuff. But then what you need to do is, I don't know, maybe 30, 40 feet away or so, put a little chipping area.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that when we finished that one putting green, it was a 2-hole putting green. It was about about 600 square feet, I think it was. Turned out really good.
You could do it.
And we talked. He had enough left over of the material. I said, "Hey, we can put in over here in this corner over here. We can put in a little chipping area if you want to." Like, maybe. So he said he likes spending money with me. So apparently he's looking for the next project, and I'm like, I can help you spend that. So we'll
you
see
can
how
put
that
in a
works.
little beehive hazard.
Yeah. That's
Don't
good.
shake the nest, right?
Mm-hmm.
Put it right, like right off the side of the hole or something you miss, and nail the hive. Put a nice mean colony in there.
Yeah. And Gary's right. Golf is a lot like beekeeping. That you get addicted to it really quick, really, really quick. So
yeah.
I tell you what, my Isaac, he is constantly at Top Golf. I don't know what kind of money that kid has, but apparently he's got Top Golf money. I don't have Top Golf money.
Yeah, I'd look
that's
at
a lot of money going there.
Oh, you do have a Top Golf hat on.
Yeah.
Where'd you get that?
Mr. Irwin get it to me. I'm the caddy. I'm going to be
that's
JW
right.
Irwin's caddy when he goes pro.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Well, let's get back into beekeeping just a little bit we'll let the main golfer over there settle down. So she looks like she's cold still. So.
Yeah, pipe down, little golfer. Get that fire going.
Yeah, get that fire going, Amber. Go get that gasoline.
What?
So what temperatures are you guys seeing overnight?
Yeah, we're low 40s. We had frost this morning and possibility of frost tonight, actually.
Wow. So here the last few nights, 3-4-ish nights or so, we've been dipping down into about 50. I think this morning it was 53.
It's going to be 48 the low tonight.
Not too bad, but still warming up throughout the day. We've had a slight cool down, if you will, but I'm just telling you right now, we are unseasonably warm at the moment, honestly. And moving forward, when I'm looking at what our temperatures and things like that are,
be in the mid 70s.
So it's like mid 70s tomorrow, then it jumps up to 77, jumps up to 80 next week, but it drops right back down to middle to 75, 77 degrees during the day. And we're just going to see middle 50s. So right now, as far as I can see out, which is a week past Saturday, the lowest temperature I see on there is 72 for a high, and the lowest low that I'm seeing is 51 actually. So the fact that we are, let's see, we're through basically the first full 7 days of the month and going in through the next. So we'll be a solid 2+ weeks into the month and not seeing anything that remotely looks like any type of what I would consider cold temperature. That's pretty crazy because my thought is the bottom's going to drop out on this for us. It's going to be reasonable, and then it's just going to do this, and it's going to fall right off the edge. So we're still able to feed just fine, and the bees will still take syrup down just fine without any issue. Even small colonies will take that syrup down. I noticed before, whenever you're trying to get some small colonies bulked up, it's better to do that early and over the course of time. I think any colony is like that, but particularly the small colonies, when you're trying to finish them off, it's better to do that before the temperatures start to plummet, because when you do, those small colonies will be less likely to go in and grab that and store that, whereas the large colonies, probably that little thermal regulation heat dome inside there is a little bit more prolific, so they'll actually still take syrup down pretty well. So we're on the trailing end of trying to get syrup into them. Not that they still won't, but it'll be a much slower process to do. So I think that next feeding round I'm going to do is probably going to be more of that 1.5 to 2 to 1 on any of those colonies, just to kind of fatten them off a little bit. But we're not looking too bad on those. We're doing pretty good. We've fed back several thousand pounds of sugar so far, and we've got a nice small little stockpile going in for next year. So I'm happy about that. So
are you seeing any robin where you're at, Tom?
I honestly, knock on wood. I don't want to jinx myself here, even though I'm not really superstitious. I have not seen any robin. I have not had any colonies robbed out. And it was, I should say as of last week, because I went through all of them and fed them all. The one thing that I was noticing when you're feeding, and here's a little tip for anybody who might be new into the game. There's a lot of experienced, mature beekeepers here, and you all know this, but so just, listen to this little bit of information. But if you're going to feed and you have the ability to feed, particularly when you get toward robbing season, for most people, that's probably now. Some people might not have that as a little bit of a fall flow going, and it won't be a big deal. Feed toward the evening, because if you start to get robbing, it'll shut down quicker. So I would suggest do it right before the sun sets. You might experience a little bit more of a less of an inviting nature from the bees when all those foragers come back home, but I can tell you it'd be less likely that you have to worry about any robbing. And second tip I would say is absolutely, positively, for any reason, do not spill any syrup outside that hive. And dribble anything on there, because you will definitely promote a robbing experience on a colony. Even if it's a big colony, you will promote that. Third thing I would suggest is if you have multiple colonies that you're feeding, move fast and move quickly. Don't waste a lot of time, but do it with the purpose and do it with precision, because when I notice that I'm feeding within a yard, let's say there's 40 or 50 colonies, and I can feed fairly quickly. When I'm going through there, by the time I get through, let's just say a handful of colonies to start, by the time I start moving beyond that, I notice bees are following me from one hive to the next hive to the next hive, and they're smelling that. You've got that in the air, and what's crazy about it to me is when bees get the smell of either uncapped honey, sugar syrup, or anything, they start going into like a frenzy. It's like they lose their mind. They just start going just nuts. So it's hard to get rid of that whenever something like that happens. So feed quickly, feed with the purpose, do it toward dusk, and don't spill anything on there. And I think that will help to minimize any robbing experience that you have. And I'll say, put those entrance reducers in. I keep my entrances small, even on big, robust colonies, and keep them a small area to defend. So that's how I've managed it. And for the most part, it seemed like it works well. And so far, it's done pretty good for us.
And I will say, don't use honeybee healthy on any small colonies.
Definitely don't use that.
You're just
the least amount of smell you can put in the air is the better, I think.
Yeah. So, Keith, do you have all your colonies locked down and ready, or are you still like entrance reducers and stuff like that?
Yeah, with my screen bottoms, my entrance reducers stay on year round, so I don't have to mess with those. The weights on my hives are real good right now. I fed a little bit, but I'm pretty happy with all of them at the moment. We'll check them again in a couple of weeks, weight wise, and see if we need to stuff some 2-to-1 in them right quick. But yeah, I'll set them up with the fondant patties, and I'll probably do that sometime next month, which some folks think is early, but works for me. So I've already got several cases of fondant patties ready for me and the folks that I help. So yeah, we're good to go. But it's cold a few days, then it gets back up into the 70s, I think, next week. So we're still up and down at the moment. It hadn't got cold and going to stay chilly yet.
Right. Just right around the corner for us, though, ain't it? So.
Oh yeah.
Well, we all could be like Philip right there and be nice and beautiful weather in the South, enjoying himself. Him and Joey and Lee and all those guys, nice and warm. So, what's going on, Philip?
Oh man, I'm getting ready to harvest honey. I don't know what y'all talking about. Getting ready for winter.
Oh God.
Oh man, he's not my friend today.
He is not my friend either.
We're gonna harvest next Monday or Tuesday. And I think I'm just gonna pull like 6 or 8 supers and then wait until November and then pull the rest of it. But, yeah.
You say it was still in the 90s down your way?
Yeah, I just checked when everybody started talking weather. I just went and checked, and the high is 90, like Monday through Thursday, as far as they ran it. Yeah, it's been pretty warm here. It's been, not that it's not 100, so that's good.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty dry. But yeah, we're just getting ready to harvest my house here, and then I'll probably harvest a little out of crossroads. And everything's heavy. I put a super on my Richland colonies for the all summer, and I went to try to feed them a couple of weeks ago, and I just ended up not using any of the feed. They were all heavy. They filled up. A lot of them had filled up the super I gave them. I gave them half and half. I gave them a 50-50. It was bone comb and an empty comb, and I fed them. That was probably 6 weeks ago. And came back. They didn't draw any comb for me, but they filled up as much stuff they had. But it's got that snow on the prairie. I can't harvest it. It's just going to be what they get to eat. It wasn't enough excess to really do much with it anyway.
What do your winters look like down your way? Do you, I know that you've had some crazy snowstorms in Texas before, but that's not really normal, is it? Your winters are fairly mild.
Yeah, December we're going to have at least. We're going to have it. It's going to go above 50 pretty much every few days. So a lot of times it'll be 70 Christmas time. Like that or something. Are you guys getting that?
It kind of sounds your sound is weird. It's like
Sounds muffled.
like garbled or something.
Are you using your phone?
Yeah, I am using my phone, but it's usually not that bad.
Is your phone sitting down against something?
It was on my leg, but I picked it up.
Yeah, pick it up. I think it's muffling it, the speaker, the microphone.
I just be dirty.
So, Philip, I'm just curious, how many bedroom house do you have?
4. 4. Yeah, why? You coming to stay?
That means you have an extra room for me, yeah?
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we're close to. Yeah, we can all just move in down there.
Yeah, actually, I was going to say not tonight because all my kids are here, but my daughter is actually spending the night with a friend, so you can have her bed if you come. If you leave now, you'll probably get here by daylight.
Yeah, probably.
But I won't be here tomorrow. I'm going to see my mom, so I'll leave the door open for you.
I'm needing a spot to stay for the winter time, not just the winter when it's cold. When it gets cold here, it goes south.
You like to paint bee boxes, right?
I do. I like to get stung.
I'm telling you, I need somebody to paint. That's the part I don't like doing.
Oh gosh,
There you
go.
Never get tired of it.
I've never met a beekeeper that liked to paint.
That's right.
But yeah, that's kind of what we're doing. We're also getting hot and heavy into the markets. We're what we do is we save a bucket of honey of each variety so we can make a gift baskets for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
And, then we try to figure out how far we can stretch it by putting it in small jars, really small jars. Let's see. I might give you guys a quick tour. There's nothing here. And Noah's been doing a lot of bottling today.
Hey, we'll be looking forward to the Philip RTX fundraiser here coming up pretty soon.
I think we're going to try to get that started around the 1st of November.
So everybody keep your ears peeled for the RTX fundraiser here for the non-for-profit or nonprofits.
Here we go. Yeah, we've been filling up a bunch of these little bitty. This is that's a 4-ounce holds 6 ounces of honey, and then these are little 2-ounce jars that hold 3 ounces of honey.
Hey, hold those closer to your phone so we can see them.
Okay.
Yeah. Is that a little hexagon?
Yeah, it's a little hexagon.
And then the other one are just a little bit larger ones?
Yeah, they're a little larger. Here they are all getting ready to be packaged up.
Okay.
And we do for the Capel honey, we do a spring, summer, and fall. Then we also, and then we do what we call a spring variety, which is the Capel spring, the Richmond spring, and the Crossroads spring. That's what we're getting ready. We're going to sell as much of that as we can. I started today working on I'm going to try to do a less expensive gift box. So I'm doing a little small, something like that. Something that I can offer for like $15 or $20. It'll have a candle, lip balm, and a jar of honey.
Hey, pull the candle out. I like your labels that you've got there. Those are really, I like that. It's got kind of that, I don't know, that almost like that paper bag look or that rustic kind of look. Yeah. I really like that. Melissa and I have some labels that we've been doing on, still a little bit playing with some stuff, and we've kind of landed a little bit more on. Yeah, that looks good. I like that.
Yeah.
I also do, in every one of these sampler sets or the gift baskets, I do this little. We affectionately call it the bee propaganda sheet.
Yeah.
Here, it's got like honey facts and honey and bee facts. The whole
cool.
That's a great
idea.
It's got a lot of stuff about
That's a good idea.
So, on the back, talk about how we, what we specialize in. I don't know if you guys can read that or not.
Okay. Yeah.
We talk about how we don't mix the honey together and celebrate the difference. And then we do have little tips about how to take care of honey, how to decrystallize, stuff like that.
Fabulous idea. I like that.
But yeah, that goes in every one of us.
Now, do you print all those out yourself, or do you have them printed and then fold them up yourselves and then put them on, or how does that work for you?
I print these. I run it through one time and I put it on the back. Right there on the back, and then there's 3 of these per 8.5 by 11 sheet. I just put it on my paper cutter, and you just fold it in half twice, and it ends up with one side of it kind of looks like a business card.
Yeah, that's perfect. The QR codes are awesome ideas too. We put QR codes in a lot of things, from signage to advertisement stuff, and it's super easy because everybody has a smartphone. Well, most people have a smartphone. They can scan straight to there and go right to your website or whatever you've got.
Here's my candle label right here, Tom. It's simply on a sheet of cardstock.
Mm-hmm.
My printer here at home won't print on this, but mine at work will. And I just cut these out, punch a hole in them.
Okay.
I try to do that. And you see on the back, it's got the.
Perfect. Now, where did you create that? Like on Canva or something?
No, I actually did this on a CAD program.
Oh, yeah.
I drew it on there. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I want to tell you about. So, I I caught a late season swarm. Literally went out to the bee yard, and you know how sometimes you'll see just a cluster of bees right on the outside of a hive, and it's not really that hot, and they're not near the entrance, but they're just on the side of it. And I said, you know what? That looks like a little swarm. It's not. No other reason for it to be there. So I literally went and got some sugar water and scraped it into a nuke. And then I saw the queen, but I didn't get her marked. But she looked kind of ragged. And so I just took them over to my mother-in-law's house, which is a quarter-mile down the road. And so I'd been back over and I picked up another swarm in somebody's TV cabinet, but that swarm didn't make it. And this other one looked strong, but then I went into it a little over a month ago, about 5 weeks ago, and I couldn't find the queen, and there was one queen cell, one supersedure cell right in the middle. It was a pretty thing, but it was there. So I was like, well, nothing to do now, but close them back up and hope for the best. I went over there yesterday or day before and opened it up, and they had the most beautiful brood pattern and a pretty little queen running around. Well, that'll cheer up your day. There's only a couple of frames of bees in there, but that'll be all right. She'll get a couple of cycles of brood. That'll be fine. And
yeah, especially in your area, you'll have a little bit longer of a drawn out season before it gets too cold.
Yeah, I was planning on. All I wanted to see was, some young brood and eggs, and I was going to steal some brood out of another colony and beef them up a little. But after I looked at them, and they had basically, I know I didn't stay in them long, but they had two sides of two frames facing that had a brood pattern as big as a football. And all the total outside of that was white. That was cat brood.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was a nice, strong pattern. I'm like, well, if there's three sides like this, and it's only a 6-frame nuke, they'll have 4 frames of bees in a month, It'll be good.
Yeah, for sure. We had something kind of odd that I found not long ago. So I had a bunch of our honey supers still sitting on an equipment trailer up at the shop. And when it would rain, I would make sure to I kind of stacked them offset back and forth. And it filled up this entire 14-foot equipment trailer. So I kept the moisture and stuff out of it, but I hadn't got to spraying anything or stacking anything or putting anything away at this point in time. But what I found is when I was going through, me and my son were stacking it because we needed that. It tied up that trailer for probably a month. I needed to get that off of there. So we started stacking everything on pallets so we could move it around easy. And I found there was a bunch of bees. Andrew's like, what's up with this? And I'm like, So I started looking and I'm like, there's a cluster of bees sitting inside one of the boxes. And I'm like, looks like something swarmed into here. I'm like, just continue to work and get all the rest of them off there. And they were behaving. They weren't being ignorant or anything. So we went ahead and finished unloading the rest of the trailer. Then I kind of slowly picked it up and moved it over and set it on a bottom board or like a double screen board off to the side, threw on a veil, and then went through them and found a queen in there. And it wasn't, so I only had 2 colonies up at this quarantine area. So that actually wasn't one of mine because I've actually marked everything that we've gotten. So I don't know if a little bitty cast swarm or something came out of somewhere else and flew into there or what the deal was, but it was small. But and they started basically from nothing, so they had a little bit of spores in there, and it was just in a medium super.
Did they have comb in there?
Yeah, there was already drawn comb in these supers, so they were already drawn out. I had already extracted them, and they were sitting out there in this trailer. So it was just kind of interesting. They had a nice little pattern in there.
It's like finding money. It's like finding money in your jacket pocket.
Yeah, it wasn't big. It only consumed about 3 frames in there, so it was small.
So I want to answer. So Uncle 60 had a question about sterilizing the 2-ounce honey bears. So it depends on where I buy my jars from, whether or not I clean them or not. Because like if you go to Better Bees website, they say their jars are ready to be filled, no need to clean or sterilize. So I would go to wherever you're buying them from and ask them if you even need to sanitize them. Because I just looked it up on Better Bees website. It says our plastic and glass containers are shipped clean and ready to be filled with your prepared honey. No sanitation process is required. So you may not need to sanitize those 2-ounce bears.
Yeah.
We don't use those, so that's why I can't speak specifically for those. But like when we buy jars off Amazon, those always get sent through the dishwasher because I don't know where those are coming from.
Yeah, and you can tell too because I'm the same way. My glass jars I get from Berlin Packaging, they all come really clean.
Right. Yeah.
I don't worry about washing those, but the ones I get, those hex jars I get off of Amazon, they kind of like an oily something going on there. It's like, yeah, I put those in the dishwasher. And I was running the lids through the dishwasher, but that was a real pain because they just like capture so much water.
Mm-hmm.
So now I just take those and put them in boiling water on the stove and set them out in the power and spread them out and let them dry. But yeah, you're exactly right. You're in the same way.
Sometimes it's hard to get those or keep them from water spotting when you do sanitize them. So inadvertently, you kind of they may be sanitized and clean, but you kind of made them look bad because they might have a little bit of water spotting on them. So
right. Sometimes I'll dry the lids off by hand. Most of the time in my dishwasher, if it's hot enough, I don't run the dryer on it, but it's if when it finishes, you'll open it up, steam will come running out of there, and they'll dry really fast, and usually without spotting. But yeah, that's funny that you do the same thing, Melissa. That's exactly. And I would venture to guess anything plastic ought to not have anything on the inside because when they make those, don't they blow air into a mold?
I'm not sure, but I would check with the manufacturer and see what they suggest because it probably, differs where you get it. But that's on Better Bees website. So
yeah, like Melissa said, depends on maybe where you order it from and how clean it looks and what they suggest. And also, if you're going to have some of this stuff stored long term, like a few years, then you probably would want to do something. If you're only going to have them for a partial season and they're in a pretty clean room, you won't have to worry about pests or dirt or dust or things like that. It may be a non-issue. I mean, it's kind of an extra step, that you might have to do. I mean, it could be needed depending on your circumstances and where you're purchasing them from, but it'd be an extra step that I wouldn't want to have to do if I don't have to. So it might be worth a little bit more money getting them from a facility or somewhere where you don't have to, even if you pay just a little bit more. I don't know about you guys, but we were thinking about our operation this year and different things that we're going to do. And the one thing that I would really like to look toward that I have, and I've never actually bought one. And I even said something to Chris Medeiros about it. I'm like, hey, can you get somebody in there that actually kind of solicit somebody that actually sells the hot irons, the electric hot irons, because I really want to have one custom made so I can stamp all my frames. Since we're selling a lot of nukes now, I'd like to be able to stamp all of our frames that say Via Honeybees on them. Just small things. And maybe even I would go in there and write out the year and stuff on them, things like that.
I'd like to burn that into the inside of the box.
Yeah.
Not Via Honeybee.
No, do that. Do Via Honeybees. And then when you're done with it here pretty soon, ship that over to me and I'll try it out for you and see how make sure it works. I think good. But that's one thing we wanted. The second thing I want to look into that most people may not think about it until you scale up a little bit is an automatic labeler. And I don't mean one that's a full automated system. I'm talking about something that has this roller series that it's manual where you put the jar or whatever devices you put on it and you roll it and it'll put that label on nice and pretty, because I always hated when you've got some nice glass, and I guess you could use nitrile gloves, which will help to eliminate that, is you go to put it on there and then you get a fingerprint on there. Or if you're using somewhat of a clear label and you get a fingerprint underneath there, it just looks so tacky. You got to try to rub that out. It's just, I don't know, it's a pain for me. So I would like to look for some sort of a labeler. But the problem that I've noticed is if you don't use cylindrical and round type glass, it's difficult to find a labeler that is not somewhat custom made, and it's expensive. There was a gentleman called Race Label, RACE Label. I believe that was at Nabi this last year, and I talked to him, and he had some that he's like a machinist, and they automatically make these certain ones, and they were pretty intricate, and they looked really nice. And he goes, we can design or make anything that you're looking for. But like the one I was looking at that'd do a couple different ones, and particularly like some odd shape plastic bottles and stuff, it was going to cost me like $2,500 for one. So I was kind of hoping to have a few different labelers for about that cost, if not a little bit less, but that may not exist.
Yeah, the problem with neoprene is if you touch the stickies out of that label, it's hard to pull your glove free. Stick to you.
Hey Keith, the Miller Bee Supply, when you get their jars, do you wash those jars? Are they pretty much clean?
Yeah, I use those as I get them. To me, they look really nice when you get them. So, they're in boxes, they're sealed, they're not open to the weather or anything when you get them. So
we found the same thing because we bought a lot of glass from Miller, particularly the Muth glass.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you made a run over there yet, Ricky?
I have not been to them yet, but I'm definitely going to go over there. I've got some stuff I need to get, that's for sure. So, and like I said before, I'd rather get it there than to get it at Nobby because they'll give us that discount now, and saves them a trip, saves me a load trying to come back. So,
Ricky, when you go down there, I'm gonna give you an order for me that you can get and just run it by my place if you don't mind. You can put it in the garage if I'm not home.
We can do that.
Appreciate
that. I can bring it to you in February.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to pick it up at Nobby in January because I will order glass. Most likely from Miller. We'll probably go back to them and order the same Muth glass because we kind of gauge and keep track of exactly what sizes that we sell throughout the year, so we can go back and add up what we sold for that season, and it'll gauge what we're going to do for the next season as far as what glass we'll buy.
The glass is the same price this year as it was last year.
Oh yeah, and Melissa said, excuse me, the Muth glass is the same price this year as it was last year. We already price checked it.
That's awesome.
So they didn't up the price from last year. So
how much you paying per jar for those?
For the Muth?
Yeah.
Melissa, would you mind looking that up? I would need to ask. Melissa knows because so for the Muth, depending on if it's the 8-ounce or the 16, and we use both, you'll have the glass, you'll have the corks, and you'll have the what's the heat shrink that goes over them because we utilize all that. I'm sorry.
You have got it separately.
The shrink wrap didn't come. The shrink bands didn't come with it, but the corks and the bottles. It's the
corks too.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess the corks did come with it. I thought they were all separate.
So last year, sorry.
So while she's looking that up, Randy, the Tar Heel beekeeper, if you're in North Carolina, he's doing his last dip boxes October the 17th. So if you're here in North Carolina or around North Carolina, around the Asheville area, Randy is doing his last go of wax dip boxes. So, and I will say the ones that I got off of him that were like Coles from Miller's Bee Supply, those boxes were, they have held up really good once they got that heavy wax dip.
So last year, well, this year too, the 1 pound Muth jars, there are, how many are in the box?
12. Is that right?
Probably 12.
12, yeah. 12. So they're $24 $24.50 a box, and that's before their discount, whatever their Nobby discount is this year. I don't know what it is.
15%.
Yeah. So 15% off of $24.50.
That's one of the issues I've been having is I get a jar I like and then I go back to rebuy it and it's gone up by like 40% or something.
Yeah.
That they're the cheapest that I've been able to find Muth bottles. And for the 8-ounce jars, the 8-ounce Muth bottles, it's $18.95 a box. How many is in that box, Tom? Oh, he's fixing to open it up. Well, it says on the outside 12. 12 1-pound jars.
So just like Keith said, not that this really matters or not, but packaging makes a difference. These are really well packaged. I mean, this is a specialized box too. So the 12 1-pounds in there, and they're anytime you open them, they're like clean.
Yeah.
We've actually never had one that was dirty. All the boxes are always sealed up well because we ordered several boxes from them. So it's nice being able to receive stuff like that. They're really nice and well packaged.
Oh,
Yeah, mine can.
And they're upside down, so nothing's even going to get in the.
Yeah, I mean, it's really hard to tell on the screen, but these are extremely clean.
Yeah,
There's not even any dust in them.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, you're not gonna be able to tell on here, but there literally is no dust in these whatsoever. There's no dirt, dust, or anything. There's no fingerprints on them besides my grubby ones here. So that makes a huge difference for us because we don't really want an extra step if we don't have to.
Yeah, I started out with this. It's called a London rectangle, and I was paying extra for it, but it got up to $27 for 12, and then that doesn't even include the. You have to pay another 30 cents to get a lid for it. So I went to where did I go to? I went to just a round jar, and I do sell anything that's not Capel. I've been selling these little honey pots, which are nice. They're about $1.71 a piece, which is getting up there where I'm like,
Yeah.
okay with that, but it's starting to. But I went to these round jars, which I don't think there's anything special about these, but the last time I went to check, they were up to like $22 for a dozen. I was like,
wow.
How many ounces of honey's in that?
this one will hold. I just fill it to 13 ounces, not quite a pound. And that's the other thing, that square jar, they sold a larger one than that, and they discontinued it. And the honey pots, they sold like one that was like 32 ounces, and they quit selling it. So this is a 10 ounce, which will hold 15 ounces of honey. Mm-hmm. I like this jar, but like I said, I try to keep my Capel honey slightly different from my from my other honeys. So
we got one of those from you last year with that style of glass.
Yeah, it sold it. I sell the Capel honey at a little bit of a premium, but I'm just thinking about going to just some kind of a larger jar.
Philip, you muted yourself, I think. We can't hear you.
Did I? What? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay. Yeah, that's telemarketer was calling. That didn't want to talk to him right now.
Oh, no.
So
put him on. Put him on.
Me.
Yeah. No. I want to talk to him. Put him on.
But what I found is once you go over about 9 or 10 fluid ounces on these hex jars on Amazon, the price jumps to about $2.50 a jar.
Yeah.
So, it's not always going to be super cheap on Amazon. The little jars are pretty inexpensive. I can get them for around $1 a piece. But anyway.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to resist going to plastic. I'm kind of known as the glass honey jar. My competition sells theirs in plastic.
Yeah, we use one plastic. It's a 1-pound squeeze with the inverted lid, like you get on a ketchup, where it doesn't. It's like a no drip. Yep. That's the only plastic we offer on it.
1 pound.
Yeah. So Chris was asking about the Muth jars. Do they garner a premium price? For us, they do. I don't sell it in that for less money because honestly, if you think about it, it's the same amount of honey, which is fine, but the glass is more expensive. It takes a little bit longer to bottle, cork, and then use the heat shrink sealer on there, which is another step. And then Melissa actually, when she labels it, she actually hand ties with the twine, so it's got that rust to it. She ties it on the neck with a special label. So there's more time into that. So yeah, that absolutely doesn't come at a free price or cost for us. So, but what's funny is we sell probably more squeeze bottles than these Muth, but we still sell a lot of the Muth. There's plenty of people that are really interested in glass. I would say it kind of depends on your market too. If you're in an area that has a really nice, that people appreciate, a very, very nice presentation,
Yeah.
I would say absolutely go with the higher quality. But that's what one thing Melissa and I had talked about early on is I wasn't willing to sacrifice on the presentation to make it cheaper. Now,
when you're charging a premium, you don't need to have just plastic pound jars up there if you're charging, $1 an ounce or more.
Absolutely, I agree with that 100%. I've heard some people talk about those like, man, I can't even get this much honey, and you raise it by a buck, and they all flip out. I mean, so I can't speak for everybody's market. You might be in a little bitty small town setting that people just will not budge on something, for whatever reason. But luckily, and I would probably say as maybe somewhat of a guideline, if you're near any sort of larger populations or near any kind of city, like for us, we're just outside of St. Louis by 40 miles. There's people in and around those areas that will definitely look for more of a premium product and don't have a problem spending the money on it. So,
yeah, my 13-ounce Capel honey goes for $16, and my 15-ounce out of Capel honey goes for the same.
Yeah.
So they're both over $1. But now that includes the jar, and I want to limit my cost of the jar to $2 or less with label and everything. You can't. Hey, Melissa, on that Muth jar, some people dip that in wax instead of.
Oh, that's a good idea.
That's a waste of beeswax. I can use my beeswax for lip balms and for candles and make money off of it, not just use it to.
I just tell you, some people do, and it has a real nice presentation. Mm-hmm. And you can put your little string around it before you dip it, so that's the way you peel out the wax.
No,
it's not like, no, you're not doing that, Tom.
I'm not going to push that one too hard, Philip, because that's not really my department. I stay in my lane,
Yeah, it does look nice, but I think about it, like I could use that wax for other things, first off, and make money on it. And when they get that home, like, what are they gonna like? They're just gonna that wax is just gonna be there. Like, it's not like they're gonna do anything with it.
It's true.
I'm open like a bottle of Maker's Mark, right?
That's right.
Maker's Mark is using beeswax.
No, but I mean, it's no different.
But yeah, I like that. I think it looks good, and I thought about it, and I'm like, eh.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, Brian's really got
pounds of beeswax.
That's a pretty good amount. I think we only harvested or produced 80.
Just under 70.
Oh, I'm sorry, 70 pounds.
Yeah, I don't even come close to that. I think I'm going to get some wax in the fall though, because I've been making wax. But yeah, we've got very little wax this year because we had such a scrawny crop anyway.
Yeah,
hardly anything was capped. But
those bees really have to be stimulated to do that, to make that growth of that comb or that wax.
I'll bet I didn't get 10, 12 pounds of wax so far. I think I'll get another 10 or 12 with this next harvest. But we bought some wax from that, what's that company that Mike Berry was promoting last year? We bought 25 pounds from them. Still working on that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Chris, Miller Bee Supply. If you're going to Navi, Chris, they will be there. They've already put that out. Like Melissa and I said, it's the same price for the Muth glass, 8 ounce and 16 ounce as what it was last year. So, by the fact that that didn't go up is a savings in itself, because you can always expect a percentage hike on any products year over year. I would say pretty well averages 5-6%, sometimes a little bit less than that, depending on the product, of course, but that's been my experience anyway.
Well, Todd, what's going on in your area? Are you out there in California where it's nice and warm, and the rest of us are freezing to death out here? So
it's getting to be nice. It was 90 yesterday, but today it was 80. And tomorrow, and I think tomorrow it's supposed to be 75, and then for the next 2 weeks, it's going to be like 72, 73. Although next Tuesday, or this coming Tuesday, they said we could expect about an inch of rain. So I don't know what that's going to bring. But
is that from the hurricane that might be coming up the coast?
Yeah, that's off off of the Mexican coast.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's going to turn right and it's going to slam into Arizona, the bottom half of California, right there on the border. But then some of it breaks off and comes my way.
Right.
So,
Okay.
yeah. So we'll see what's what. But
so you said something about having a big announcement. You want to go ahead and let everybody know that announcement?
Yeah. Well, first of all, thank you, Ricky. I asked permission to do this and you granted it. So thank you so much. I wanted to announce that next Wednesday night, it would be 7 p.m. Pacific time, 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central. Brian Zavada and I are going to be starting a new show, and it's going to be called The Late Show with Brian and Todd. So here's the particulars. Here's the particulars. I know everybody's all like, we've got our choices of channels and stuff like that, but we're only going to do it 2 times a month, so every other week. The show is only going to be an hour to maybe an hour and a half, but it's not going to go past that. It's going to just have the regular stuff: bees, honey, creamed honey, wax products, markets. So we're going to talk about all of that stuff. Brian's really good at marketing, as you guys know. So it's going to be stuff like that, and it's a free StreamYard account, so there'll only be windows going.
Shots fired.
Is that Tom cooking?
Gosh, don't let Tom in that kitchen.
He sounds like he's building a tank.
Did Tom fall or something?
Hey, that's what happens. He makes me cook. I break stuff.
That was the ice maker. There must be a big, huge chunk of ice in there. That was the ice maker.
Oh man. So anyway, it's just it's going to be the free StreamYard version. So there's only 6 spots.
Mm-hmm.
Bear with us. Oh, so the schedule next week is going to be Wednesday night after the stream team, but 2 weeks from then, and we're still kind of trying to figure it out. We're going to do it after Ricky's show. So when Ricky signs off, we'll come on. I know people probably want to be in the the green room and Ricky's side, and that's fine. But maybe they want to jump in after a while when they're done with the green room. So it's going to be Thursday nights, is what it is. At least for right now. That's kind of what we're sticking with.
Thursday is a good night for us.
Yeah. Tom makes lots of noise.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
stuff like that.
It was really loud.
And the ice cubes fall and make a racket.
Hey, I've got pro tip advice for you guys. If you don't want to cook, okay, just go in the kitchen and break stuff. And just
that probably
I said that.
No, if he breaks enough stuff, I just get a new kitchen, right?
Nah.
Yeah. So let me see if I get this right, Todd. You are going to do Wednesday night next week, but then after that, it'll be Thursday nights after our show. Is that correct?
And it'll be every other Thursday night, two times a month.
Okay. Great.
I mean, there's just so many shows, but Brian and I don't want to do it every single week. We want to keep it kind of a space in between, especially right now. There's nothing going on, right?
Right.
So there's not a whole bunch to talk about. I mean, it might be a half an hour show, if we went every week. But we're just gonna space it out, and that's what we wanted to do. 2 weeks is perfect for both of our schedules. So that's what it's gonna be.
Yeah. So you guys can get on here and listen to us kind of laugh and goof off, and then you can get to Todd and Brian's, and it'll get more in depth, and get some meat on the bone. So that'll be great.
Or maybe not. I mean, we just go with the flow. But definitely, we're going to keep the time limit. Obviously because of East Coast time, it starts at 10 o'clock. So it's going to go an hour for sure. Maybe push it to an hour and a half, but no more than that. So
there's a good question. Are you guys going to go back and forth on channels, or is it going to be on somebody's designated channel?
Well, for right now, I have a free StreamYard account, so I think we're going to start there. I don't know how to run it, so I might. I hope is JW watching right now?
Who's that?
Well, I don't know if JW might be better at the StreamYard thing than me. So I can't guarantee things.
It's not hard.
I suggest you talk to Lee. He might be able to hook you all up and help you just a little bit getting started. He's been great to help everybody out with the streams.
Yeah, I might be calling Lee or send a message out to him or something.
Yeah.
But
in a mountain somewhere.
Yeah, he's out.
Oh yeah, if he's not in the mountains.
He's not hanging off the side of a rock cliff somewhere.
I'm excited because I haven't stolen ideas from Brian in a long time.
Yeah, I feel like Brian has been like avoiding the on-camera chats here.
Yeah, he's been holding back. He's gonna finally show us the good stuff now.
Brian is really busy. He's busy.
Oh, look at him! Oh,
there he is.
What a surprise!
Look who's here!
He's like Beetlejuice.
Now wait.
Yeah.
I have a
Zavada. Boom! There he is.
Boom.
Brian, you have to come closer to the camera because I need to see your face. Okay, what happened to the Band-Aid that you had right here?
Oh, I had a cyst removed from my face. So they cut a little incision and they pulled it out. So I just had it covered for a couple of weeks.
See, because I watched.
Can you see it?
I see it.
You sort of see the scar a little bit. Yeah.
So I was.
It'll go away.
Oh
no! Oh, there he is.
I was watching the creamed honey video that you posted. I'm like, is Brian trying to reach his inner Nelly?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm the Who's Bad Bunny guy. I'm like, who are these people? So I also wanted to add, Todd did a great job of summarizing what we're shooting for. It's going to be super casual, not super long, late night for sure. To show the kind of technology prowess we're going to have with our show. The whole time Todd was talking, I was trying to get everything together to hop on. It took me literally that long to get all my stuff together. So that's the kind of technology expertise we will have to offer for sure. And we just thought it'd be fun to offer a late night kind of option.
Absolutely.
You guys have done a good job of hopping off at a particular time pretty religiously. So we didn't feel like it was going to be stepping on anybody's toes. And like Todd said, both of our schedules are pretty busy. So it might be Wednesday, it might be Thursday, it might be 2 weeks, it might be 3 weeks, it might, it's just going to be kind of loose. We are not looking to get married to a weekly show for sure. We know what a long haul that can be. We want it to be fun and casual. So that's what we're going for.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Well said. And, and now it just went right out of my head. Crap. I forgot.
You'll get some of that too.
Welcome to the StreamYard live.
I know what I was going to say. So Brian, I haven't mentioned this to you, but I kind of want to see if we could drag some more, and that's kind of a loose term, gather some more people on the West Coast into all of our streams because, I mean, there's a lot of people out here that even in the Bee Club that I go to, they barely even know about YouTube stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't know, they have no idea what Hillco is. They spend their money at Date Ant and Man Lake. And, there's so much out there. So anyway, if we could there we go again. If we can bring in, people from the West Coast and get them kind of, opening their eyes to seeing, hey, there's all kinds of these programs out here. They might jump on Ricky's channel. They might, jump on the Stream Team. There's all kinds of different channels that they can jump on. But if we could bring more people in, it's good for everybody. So
I agree.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
100%. Yeah, that's great news. We got to pass that along through some of the other chats also. Charlie's chat will be tomorrow night, and then we have Joey's, and then Kim and Hannah's. So it just continues across the board. So that's great. I appreciate you guys coming on using our channel and our time afterwards. That'll actually help boost our numbers up even because you guys will be coming on right afterwards. So appreciate you guys using our time slot after our time slot. That'll be part of that. So, but we're going to go ahead and call it because it's 10 o'clock, and that's what time I like to stop because I have things I got to get done. But I want to say I appreciate everybody that comes on the chats and talks and. Well, there's JW, But anyway,
coming in late.
I'm coming in late, right at the last second. So that's JW. But we do appreciate you. We want to say God bless, and we'll see you next Thursday.
Night, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
See y'all.
Yeah.